Hey everybody, Travis Justice, Ross Peterson inside the News Radio 1040 WHO studios. It's trouble in Iowa City. The Hawkeyes, using a boxing reference, Ross, are on the ropes. They are on the rope going into the 15th round, or I guess they do 12 rounds now. I'm showing my age. But it does not look good for the Hawks.
On both sides of the ball, Travis, losing up front, man. This is the thing that the Hawkeyes don't do and can't do. Can't move the ball on offense when you can't block guys. Can't stop guys on defense when you're getting no pressure on that quarterback and getting nobody into that backfield. And David Bell, man, this passing game, not just David Bell, this quarterback is much better than we all thought he was going to be. Bad scenario, man. I mean,
well,
this is bad.
We've been asking all along, and we've been because Iowa's 6-0, the ranked number 2 in the country. Quietly, we've said on Sound Off is, hey, what happens on a game when the defense doesn't show up, or not necessarily show up?
Sometimes not so quietly. Sometimes listeners have outright said that loudly.
Yeah, and we've been pretty vocal, but you haven't forced a turnover yet. You're not really getting to the quarterback. This puts your spotlight on the offense, which is inept today. Inept.
What's the total yardage, Travis? I don't have the numbers in front of me. I have a box score. I know it's shocking what the total yards are right now. Purdue is up above
376 to 191. 376 to 191.
I mean, Travis, I'm going to have to eat a lot of crow today because this is not the number 2 team in the country.
It's not even close.
And even coming back and winning this game, you might not be the number 2 team in the country when the rankings come out.
I would agree with you. Cincinnati looked good today, and the higher you go up into the rankings, the more people are going to pay attention to you. Yeah. And this was not what people expected. And you knew you were going to have that bye week coming up. You had to finish strong. It's homecoming. Gary says Lions are being dominated on both sides of the ball. They are. And we knew this. We knew this offense was not great. It was manageable. But if you don't have defensive support, it's not manageable. And last week we got away without having a Spencer Petras sound off. We're going to have a Spencer Petras sound off.
We're going to have a Brian Ferentz sound off.
We're going to have a Brian Ferentz
sound off.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. It's 17-7. It's going into the fourth quarter. Iowa is on the ropes, and let's be honest, it does not look good for this team to go into the fourth quarter on the ropes. It just doesn't. You can sound off after the game. Join Ross, myself, and Sean Roberts from 7:30 to 11 o'clock. You can call 284-1040 or follow us on Twitter at WHO Radio Sound Off. Fourth quarter's coming up. I have my fingers crossed, but I'm not what they'd call hopeful, Ross. I'm not hopeful.
Yeah, man, it's been a tough 3 quarters, that's for sure. It's not. I've been waiting for it to turn around. I wasn't nervous after the first quarter. That amped up at halftime. Now I'm nervous. We're losing the line on both sides of the ball, and I really thought by this point in the game it'd be domination at that junction on both sides of the Hawkeyes. So I'm nervous here.
Tim Smith on Facebook says it's a train wreck. Jason Price says game over. Inside kick at Kinnick Stadium even thinks so. If the crowd's given up, that's not good. And Purdue has taken the crowd out of it and done it effectively, efficiently, and almost like a fine surgeon, just picking away easily. And then Corey says this. Let's bring this up. Corey just said this. He goes, hey, this game should be worse than it is. They can't stop Purdue. This offense is not established to come back. It's not.
Corey's right. I mean, they missed a field goal. We've missed a field goal. They had a touchdown that turned into a touchback. He's right. This game is worse than it looks.
Yep. So, all right, we'll talk to you after the game. Go Hawks, but it's going to be interesting.
Go Hawks.